Accession the Euro, pros and cons. You know, and the work I do. As part of my job, I follow the press daily and keep track of what's being discussed. At the beginning of January, two respected newspapers in Poland, Rzeczpospolita and Dziennik Gazeta Prawna, issued articles on their covers titled Lost Profits from the Euro and Billion-Dollar Costs of Interest Rates, Lack of Contribution to the Budget. This was a red flag for me and made me realize that public opinion is being gradually prepared for Poland's entry into the Eurozone. For the past 20 years, this specter hasn't been as tangible as it is now. Therefore, I'll now discuss the advantages and disadvantages of adopting the common currency within the framework of European Union membership. There are currently 20 countries in the Eurozone. The euro was introduced for non-cash transactions on January 1, 1999, and for cash transactions on January 1, 2002, in several EU member states, replacing currencies such as the Deutsche Mark in Germany, the franc in France and Belgium, the pound in Ireland and Cyprus, the peseta in Spain, and the drachma in Greece. Cons. 1. Sovereign monetary policy and national bank reserves. Adopting the common European currency entails the monetary policy becoming the shared responsibility of the European Central Bank, ECB. The National Bank of Poland would only be able to issue collector coins, losing the ability to independently control monetary policy. Switching to the euro also means partial loss of currency sovereignty, as the country relinquishes control over its own currency and monetary policy. And we will have to transfer our foreign exchange reserves to the ECB. Our foreign exchange reserves come under the control of the European Central Bank, including our gold reserves of 360 tons valued at $30 billion. 2. Combating inflation and price increases, cappuccino effect, joining the Eurozone, and transferring competencies to the European Central Bank deprives countries of economic instruments. This was demonstrated during the recent crisis and inflationary challenges. In 2022, the average inflation rate in the EU was 9.2%, and in the Eurozone, it was 8.4%. In Poland, it stood at 13.2%, with arguments suggesting that adopting the euro would result in lower inflation, because it was lower in Finland, France, or Malta. But in Baltic countries, also part of the Eurozone, faced an average inflation of 18%, reaching 25% in August. These countries couldn't raise interest rates to curb inflation because it falls under the competence of the European Central Bank, which didn't act, citing average low-rate inflation in the all-Eurozone. The euro also leads to price hikes, known as the cappuccino effect, which involves unjustified increases in the retail prices of small products or services after a change in the local currency to the euro. Price rounding up is based on a mechanism of creating an attractive price, requiring rounding up to the nearest whole value. The name of the effect comes from the price increase of coffee, specifically, cappuccino, in cafes in Italy, which cost around 1,500 lire, equivalent to 0.77 euros, before the currency change and €1 afterward, resulting in approximately a 30% price increase. 3. 20 years of the Eurozone, winners and losers. In 2019, a report was published by the Center for European Policy in Freiburg. Experts examined how the adoption of the euro affected prosperity in individual countries from 1999 to 2017. The average resident of Germany saw their wealth increase by over 23,000 euros during the study period, while a Dutch citizen gained 21,000 euros. One country, Greece, broke even, while the rest suffered significant losses. This diagnosis suggests that before adopting the euro, countries could devalue their currencies using tools of sovereign monetary policy, making their exported products cheaper on the global market. By adopting a common currency, they lost this ability. The issue of divergent competitiveness among Eurozone countries remains unresolved to this day. Benefits. 1. Increasing economic importance. Transitioning to the euro can increase foreign investors' trust in the country's economy because the euro is a stable international currency, resulting in lower currency risk for investors. This may encourage foreign companies to increase their investments in the country. Adopting the euro can also contribute to enhancing the country's macroeconomic credibility through more rigorous management of monetary and fiscal policies and improving creditworthiness. 2. Savings on the rate for the average consumer. Adopting the euro means there's no longer a need to exchange zloty for euros when traveling to countries using the same currency. This eliminates costs associated with bank commissions, exchange rate differences, and currency transaction fees. There would no longer be a risk of loss due to currency fluctuation. 3. Cheaper international trade. For businesses trading with Eurozone countries, using the same currency simplifies trade transactions. There's no need to enter into hedging agreements to protect against exchange rate risk, which can reduce transactional and administrative costs. Germany is our largest importer, and 70% of our exports are to the Eurozone. After adopting the common currency, the value of trade goods would not be burdened by currency exchange costs. Questions for discussion. 1. Will we gain or lose from joining the Eurozone? 2. Are you in favor of joining the Eurozone? 3. Which advantages and threats of joining the Eurozone did you not know about? 4. When do you think Poland will join the Eurozone?